It's Thursday. It's Thursday, and I can't go to Starbucks today. I can't go to Starbucks today because something suddenly happened in the world that I live in. Like, living day by day, knowing in the back of my mind that at any moment that things can change. Hey, Robbie, things can change. But you never really expect them to, though, right? Like, you never really expect. What's up, John? You never really expect for things to change, right? Like you think like the next day things are going to be exactly like they were yesterday. You're going to get up, you're going to put on your clothes, you're going to go to work. Hey, Maurice. You're going to go to work and you're going to see the same people, same annoying people you see every day for some, same amazing people you see every day for others. You're going to do your work, get your accolades, go home to your family, maybe go out, have some drinks, right? Go to the gym, work out, and then one day it changes. Now you can no longer do the things that you were used to doing. You can't go anywhere because you've been restricted. It's lockdown. It's now you're watching the world from your phone. Isn't that crazy? Isn't it crazy how we know we're going to die one day? We know. Everyone knows. I mean, that's not. What'd you say? Want to see you till end of time. Let's get quarantined. I'm right here. I'm practicing social distancing, so. But we all know we're gonna die. Like, everyone knows that at some point you're gonna pass away. But no one really thinks. When they hear about death, it's like, oh my God, this person passed. Can you believe that? Or, oh my God, so many people died today. Can you believe that? Yeah, I can believe that because we're all going to die one day. Hey, greetings, love. Jeremy, you're so funny. Yeah, I do. I can believe that. One one way or another, we're going to pass through this life. And it's our jobs to make sure that we have the best life we can have. Except for sometimes we get trapped in the ideal of life. We get trapped in the ideal of life and we get stuck on like this autoplay, auto drive, this wheel like mice in a laboratory cage. When was the last time you did something different than what you would normally do? And is that why this pandemic is really shaking up your boat now? Is it because you've been living every day the same way that you have always lived every day? Going to the same store, buying the same foods. Your grocery list looks the same every week, right? You don't have any plans to do anything different because you're stuck in this wheel of doing the same thing because you feel like you have to, right? I have to make money. I have to be in this job. I have to do this. I have to behave this way because if I don't, then I won't get what I want. But all the while, I'm still not getting what I want anyway. All right. Interesting. They say in order to do something, to experience something new, you have to do something new. And everybody says that they want to experience something new. But they want to control what the outcome is of the experience. And everybody experiences something in a different light. And the ones that are pessimistic experience things in a negative way. For me, when I first heard about the virus and the pandemic, I said to myself, man, it's a time for me to slow down. This will give me a moment to breathe where I don't have to do anything, you know. It'll give me some time to kind of catch up on some things. It'll give me a moment to spend with my family in the house together, because we're never in the house together for more than 12 hours? No, not even that. Maybe 6 hours. We're never in the house together for more than 6 hours, right? And yet you've been given a precious opportunity to just be. And you can't do it. You can't just relax at home, chill out for 2 weeks. You have been given a very precious opportunity to take some time and to focus on yourself, to actually think about what you want to do. You know, a virus comes and saves the day, and you're upset about it. You're upset that you have to stay at home, but you cry every day about going to work. When are you going to be happy? What does it take for you to be happy? A virus didn't do it. You couldn't do it when the virus wasn't here. You couldn't change your life. You couldn't stop doing what you were doing because you felt like you had to do it. Now you have an opportunity to not do it, and you're so scared because it feels like the rug has been pulled from under you, right? But you know what that reveals? It just reveals that you're used to programming. You're used to being told what to do. You're used to a routine. You're used to that. A lot of people say they want to be entrepreneurs. Do you know this is what being an entrepreneur feels like? Having the rug pulled from under you, not knowing what's going to happen the next day. That's what this feels like. And I'm okay with it because I feel this every day. This free falling feel that you feel right now, that I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Oh my God. So many people are, needing help. That's what I feel every day. So maybe I have an advantage. Maybe I do. Maybe I can teach you to enjoy life. Maybe. But in order to be taught, you have to want to learn, right? Some people say they want to be happy. Some people say they want to be happy. But what does happiness look like? They don't know what it looks like because they've never taken the time to figure out how to be happy. Now you have nothing distracting you. You can't go to a bar, or maybe you can still. I don't know. I know we can't go to a bar here. They shut everything down today. Yesterday was the last day. Can't go to a bar to drink away your feelings. Can't go to the gym to distract you from your sadness, your anger. Can't go to work, to take your mind off of the inner work that still needs to be done within you. You have no distractions now. And maybe that's why you're unhappy. Maybe that's why you're panicking, because now you're being left with just you. Most people are not happy with who they are, right? Fear, anxiety, all of that comes from not knowing what's going to happen and not being okay with not knowing what's going to happen. That's where the fear comes from. But if you could start to practice being okay in the space of not knowing, you can start to enjoy life a little bit fuller, because technically you don't know. No one knows what's going to happen tomorrow, just like we didn't know that this would hit the fan. We didn't know. No one knew, right? Could you have predicted 4 months ago that we would have had a corona virus or a COVID-19, whatever you want to call it? Did you know? Did you know? And if you had known, what would you have done to prepare for it? Buy up all the tissue? Buy up all the tissue? Stocked water? I don't know, now you're survival. Now you're in survival mode. Now you're not even living anymore. Now you're worried about surviving. And so now, because you're worried about surviving, all of those other layers that you've developed over time, the ones that allow you to have compassion for people, to love people, all that work you've put in, now you've knocked yourself down to survival mode. Now you don't care. Now you don't give a fuck about the way the next person feels. Isn't that interesting? Interesting. Very interesting. I thought this was supposed to be a talk for us. Why aren't you guys talking? Oh, Robbie says, yes, it's crazy, but I always have to think positive in a situation like this. It got to be bad before it gets good. That's true. Listen, more stats are going to come out. Do you understand? They are. And they may be worse than the ones you heard before. But that's okay. As long as you stay in your bubble and you do what you're supposed to do, you're going to be just fine. It's just Natalie. What's up? How you doing? Says we gonna make it through this as well. Yes. I don't know how many of you guys, maybe some of you guys are too young to remember the whole September 11th event that took place. But it was very jarring. More so than this, by the way. Very jarring. And it took a lot of lives, and it took the nation a while to get its feet up under itself, a lot of sadness and grief in the air, but we made it through that. We made it through that time. We made it through that situation. And just a few weeks ago, we were living La Vida Loca, right? Life comes in ebbs and flows. There's going to be ups, there's going to be downs. It's the same like relationships. It's the same stuff I teach in relationships, because in order to live in life, you have to create relationships. And so the relationships between you and I and the next person, they're going to be ups and downs. The fact that you identify as an American, or maybe you're from another country right now, you identify as a citizen of that country, that's a relationship that you have created with the people in that country. And so what they feel, you feel. Just like now, this massive panic that's happening. If no one else was panicking around you, you would be fine. It wouldn't be a big deal. But it's a scientific, or it's a psychological term. It's called, I think it's called the group effect. I could be wrong. I can't remember right now. I've been having a little. But what happens is, when one person starts to behave a certain way, when the other people around, well, when a group of people, not one person, when a group of people begin to behave a certain way, everyone that's in the vicinity, everyone that's around, seeing them behave that way, if they're getting results, by the way, they begin to behave the same way, because they're not sure why they're behaving that way, but it seems to be the norm, so they're going to behave that way too. And if you add in the fact that energy is very contagious, you know how people say, man, I walked in a room and I just felt bad vibes. I walked in a room and I felt bad vibes, right? That's the vibration of that room, because of the people that are in that room. Does that make sense? So when you have people all around you who are in fear and who are panicking, it becomes contagious. And you can feel, even if you're not panicking yourself, you can feel the fear and the panic in the atmosphere, because so many people are panicking. It's the energetic blast, the connection we have with everyone that's around us. And you can say that you don't care about the people in your environment, but it doesn't matter whether you care or not. You're still going to be affected, because energy is transferable and it's fluid. That's why when you go to a movie and nothing is happening in your environment to make you sad, but you're watching a motion picture with all this sad ass music and these people pretending to be sad or acting sad, that energy they're giving off, you get a little choked up. You start to tear. Why? Because energy is transferable and it's fluid. Now take that notion and apply it to what's happening right now. Not everybody, a large percentage of people are just panicking right now. And you're going to feel that, but don't let it penetrate your personal energetic. Don't let it overcome you. And the way that you do that is by taking control of the situation as much as you're able to, and taking your energy and directing it somewhere else. That's the best way to get through this moment. Let's see. Facts. I was just saying this to my homegirl. It's true. Yes, positive attitudes do strengthen your immune system. It's true. Studies have been done and they show that a person who's going through recovery, when they have love and support and a positive attitude, that they recover faster than someone who has a pessimistic attitude about the situation. It's just the way that the human body works. You have to understand that your vessel is a machine. You have a machine that you have to train and perform regular maintenance on and take care of and fuel. Okay? Those of you who have those fancy ass cars, you go to the gas station and you put the premium stuff in it. It's the same thing with your body. You have to take care of your body so that in times like this, your body will take care of you. If your vessel's already weakened, this is going to be a hard time for you. This is going to be a hard time for you. If you have no dedication to taking care of yourself, if you have no, what's the word? Discipline. If you have no discipline, this time's going to be hard for you. And maybe this is the very thing that you need in order to become a better person. Nothing happens by accident. I know people like to believe that. No. Nothing happens by accident. And maybe this is the moment that you need in order to ascend, to become a better version of yourselves. Maybe you needed the world to slow down. Maybe you did. Because if it didn't, you'd be lost and you'd pass away just like everybody else. John says, everybody run outside naked. It's different. Now, don't get locked up. Courts might be closed. You might not see a judge for another couple months. So I wouldn't suggest breaking any laws at this moment. Yes. I'm a hardcore distraction. Good. It doesn't matter what happens. Just keep your head up and chill. Yes, I agree. It doesn't. It doesn't matter. Just make sure you don't die. Or if you feel like you might die, take this time to get your documents in a row. Don't leave your family stranded, you know? I don't know, life insurance might be high at this time too, given the present condition of the health of the population. And I know that sounds morbid, but let's be adults. We all gonna die. We're all gonna die at some point. You might as well prepare yourself and prepare the people that are with you for it, you know? I don't know. So, I think that's all I have to say. Anybody else want to talk? Do you have anything to say? I know that I know this is tough. It's hard. It is hard. And the hardest part is controlling your emotions, because it's so easy to just allow your body to run the show, for that survival mechanism to kick in, you know. But be a god today. Let's do that. And I know a lot of you are like, oh, that's blasphemy. whatever. Is it going to help you today? Then that's what I'm going to use. Learn to master your emotions in this time. And I promise you, when this is all over, you'll be a stronger, better version of yourself. Master your emotions in this time. Plan for when this is over, because it will end, because all things do. Yeah. Everything will end. And new beginnings will come. Are you ready for the new beginning? Are you strategically planning for what it is that you want to do when this is over? Or are you wasting all of your time panicking, being in fear, so that when this is over, you have nothing to show for all this time that you've been losing? Okay, well, if you guys don't want to talk, I'm going to go plan for my future. And I'll see you guys later.